Hello everyone, it's Matt here, and I have some boxes with me, and I'm going to go through these first, and then it's going to be a bit of a sort of like generally newsy sort of stuff. So this is actually from Lego themselves, so just to see that, and in it there is one slightly bashed copy of Diagon Alley, which I pretty much just placed this order to get. There's a few of the bits as well. There is one train motor. We've got two of the short cable, one rechargeable battery box, and one of the extra large, and one of the large motor. So extra large, and I'll probably need one of these for models, but this one was just I'm going to get it because it might be important later. So I have all those. And for this, probably what I'm going to do is ask if anyone wants the figure, but everything else will just be broken up for parts and then put into the bins. So it's going to be useful. Some of the parts in here will be really useful. And the rest of it will just be like for stock purposes. But yeah, you know, it's nice getting the freebie, and that's pretty much the only reason I placed the order, to be honest. So that one dealt with. Oh. Just found a black 1x1 on the floor. And the other order is a lot smaller, and this is it. So. But this one is the more interesting one in my mind. So, going to need a knife. And it goes that way, so... Turn the box round. There we go, we're in. So this is from Bricks in Bloom. I'm sorry to say it's Brickcraft and Flora Designs, so... But this order contains stuff for a few things, but mostly one rather major thing. And to start it off, 300 1x2 black plates. So these are in bags of 100, obviously. So there's 3 bags of these. There's one bag of 1x1s. I'm not sure how many in here. I think it's about 30. We have another 1x6x5. I think it is tan panel for the warehouse walls. We have some 1x1 yellow plates, and then we have some 1x10 plates in reddish brown because I've run out. A 2x4 tile in light grey. I'm not sure why I would only order one. Unless there is one there. We have some 1x1s in dark red. There's actually 6 here. So they're going to be used for the warehouse, obviously. And then you have some 1x1s in reddish brown. So these are actually to do the BMR hopper with, so I've got some for that. So that's that order dealt with. So I'll just put it over there. But the reason I placed this order is actually for these. So the yellow 1x1s and the 1x2s in black. Plus the 1x1s in black, I should say, as well. And that's actually just to do the warehouse sign. So I've got enough 1x2s from the Lego Pick-a-Brick balls that I've been to, but I don't have enough for the 1x1s in yellow, and in 1x2s in black as well. I didn't have many of those, so it's just a good, thing to do. And this should be enough, almost, I think, to do one entire warehouse side of wall for the lettering. So here is all I've got to know, which is the A. Obviously, you'll have to excuse the dark red below it. But I do have, the one letter, so I can start doing stuff with that and making the other letters up. And then what's going to happen is that I'm going to probably add another layer of plates to the warehouse as it currently is, and then do the signage. And then what will happen is I'll do a one floor warehouse, and then get that to shows and stuff. I'll then work on expanding it up to make it financially easier, and then it's actually displayable in at least one form. So that is the new arrivals dealt with. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing else to discuss from that. One other thing that is interesting, and I'm going to sort of quite quickly skip topics in some respects, is that it's Cinebench. So Cinebench seems to be having a bit of a weird one. I actually changed to show you this as well. So here is Cinebench, and here you can sort of see here's ABS and here's Cinebench. And if I change this to OpenGL, you can sort of see that my Vega 56 is actually scoring worse than my R9 390. Now that's not really something I would be expecting from my system. I mean, the only difference is the Vega graphics card, so maybe Vega doesn't support OpenGL as good as the R9 390 does, which is a bit anti what everything else is saying. But on the CPU score, you can sort of see that everything's roughly. I mean, I'm lost 11 points between those two runs, so there's not much in it, to be honest. And it's even better than one I did previously. And this is the thing, I've not touched Cinebench since I did the original run, so even if I check for updates, there's no updates available. So, it's the current version of Cinebench and there's no changes. So, quietness, I should probably make a few bit of a point about the quietness. Obviously, it's been quite a busy month and a half on a couple of fronts. So obviously, there's been the October contest, there's been the Bricklink contest, there's been Brick Live and a few other bits and pieces. So the reason why I've been quiet over the past few days is that I've been busy doing other stuff, as well as doing a few other bits and pieces. So, for example, last night I actually went out with people from work to a Chinese place called Henry Wong's in Harborne. So that's obviously taken away because it was obviously I had to stayed late at work with one colleague because he gave me a lift there. But then I'm late as well because I'm out all that night and I don't get to do other stuff, and it just segues into a few other bits and pieces. So that's why I've been quiet. And to be honest, there's not really been much to discuss. I mean, doesn't really feel like I've had time to do stuff because I've been busy doing work, and then when I'm not in work, I've been coming home and doing a few bits of gaming or tidying my room or doing a few other bits and pieces. So I've sort of taken a break a bit. So with the urgent stuff out of the way, I can start focusing on gaming stuff. So maybe I can actually dig out Life is Strange Before the Storm and start doing some video recording. And Hidden Folks, I want to try and finish that off. And Hidden Folks actually has a new DLC called Beach Scenes, I think it is. So I can possibly do those at some point if I can be bothered. I mean, I might just do the core game and then buy Beach Scenes and do it myself separately and not publish it and that sort of stuff. So there's that sort of gaming stuff to finish. So speaking of gaming stuff, Ash is now available on Overwatch on the live service. So she's an interesting character to play, and I think she's going to probably get a nerf pretty quick. Probably to a dynamite, I'm going to say. That seems to be the biggest thing that people have an issue with from what I've seen. And it does seem to be a bit of a, I'm going to strip this dynamite and then I'm not going to do anything, but I'm going to do 150 damage, including the burn damage. So I'm just a bit, so it remains to be seen. I've not really had much play with her in actual matches because there's not really been a way to play her using those. So the only way is quick play, which I'm not really that bothered about. So normally I just play the arcade games and maybe some competitive. But the arcade games this week have been random, Capture the Flag and a few other bits and pieces. So somebody's always gone Ash first, so or you don't get to choose Ash, so it's just a case of, well, that's gone. 6v6 obviously has been was around, I think, one of the days. I think that was one of the daily rotation game modes, and it was all right, but everybody just wanted to play Ash, so it's just like, well, this isn't going to work. So I actually often I'd play everybody be Ash for the first round, for the first round of deaths, and then they'd probably go and change. So we actually won a game of 6v6, sort of like no limits, and I think it was 4 Ashes, me as Moira, and I think we had a Reinhardt, I think it was, and we won a 6v6. Might have been a Risa actually, I'm not too sure. But it was just like so weird to have 4 Ashes, and the other team wasn't for much better. I think it was 4 Ashes, a Brigitte or Brigitte or whatever you like, whatever her name is, and I think there was a Doomfist maybe. I'm not entirely too sure, but we won anyway, so yay. So that's that sort of folded in. I don't think there's really a lot else to discuss. There's been a few other bits and pieces in the background which I can't really go into details with. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for the sort of mid-November vlog. So I can start getting the lettering worked on and a few other bits and pieces started. So that's going to be it for this video, and now it's time to hit editing and upload it. So see you later.